Hello, everyone. The paper that I'm presenting this afternoon is co-authored with my colleague from UNISA, Rina, and she's based at UNISA Johannesburg in South Africa. And my name is Shweta Patnaik. I am based at CPUT, Cape Town in South Africa. So the paper that we have worked on is on an exploratory study of student and industry professionals' knowledge of sustainability in the curriculum development. So as you're all aware that the topic of sustainability has been a very ubiquitous term which has been gaining global attention, and this is not restricted to a particular discipline. It has been throughout across all industries. So a sustainability focused curriculum, it concentrates on increasing student knowledge of sustainable practices and engagement in sustainable consumer behavior. The review of the research on this topic, it reveals that student awareness has become somewhat stagnant, and the purpose of this research is to understand how the current students at two different universities conceptualize sustainability and how future educational initiatives need to be reframed to incorporate this into curriculum design. This also alludes to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals of quality education and responsible consumption and production on the African continent. So, from the literature that we gathered, we understood there is a basic definition of sustainability, which is the intersection or overlap of the triad of economic, social, and environmental considerations. So the research that was carried out by various researchers, they have reported that even after having a coursework that covered the topic sustainability, responses from students were not even close to the ideal understanding of sustainability. Seeking answers to the questions around competencies, pedagogy, and curriculum in relation to sustainability in engineering education, the study found strong evidence of sustainability in the European engineering curriculum. In the African context, research and studies on sustainability content within the engineering education curriculum has been found to be very scarce, and the studies that have considered sustainability have generally reported a low sustainability presence in the curriculum. In contrast, initiatives on sustainability in South Africa has permeated the teaching and learning, the curriculum, and in academic research, so which is a good thing. However, the concept and application of sustainability is multifaceted, and that sustainability issues has to be incorporated into the curriculum in academia in South Africa. So the methodology that we adopted here is we did a sampling for the study, which was a combination of engineering students and professionals from the industry. And because we belong to the clothing and textile industry, so this was more or less professionals from that particular industry. The age group ranged from 18 to 23 years for students, and for the industry, it was somewhere between 30 to 65 years roughly. We had a total of 93 participants, and the professionals were predominantly based in Cape Town because that is where the clothing retailing hub of South Africa is. The questionnaire, we had around 11 questions, and it was a combination of qualitative and quantitative paradigms. Student responses were collected, and it was done over a span of 3 to 4 weeks across both the universities and the industry personnel. And to facilitate the documentation of individual student responses and behavior, the students were asked to mention the level of qualification that they were registered in. The findings showed that we had a good cohort of 12 male and 81 female South Africans, and they all came from a diverse background. We had majority of them who were single, and the next followed were married, obviously the people from the professional industry. And it also sort of sorted out students into two categories: the undergrads, which belong from the first to the third year, and the participants from the industry sector as well. The students, the study that asked participants various aspects of their understanding of sustainability in the clothing and textile sector within the engineering curriculum, and the responses were analyzed under descriptive statistics and presented into 5 broad categories. understanding of sustainability, purchasing behavior, roles and responsibilities, sustainability post COVID, and the concepts to consider in the coursework development. So, in conclusion, from the responses to the questions, it is apparent that the knowledge gaps and understanding of sustainability between the students and the industry participants, they are analogous, and the curriculum development should reflect this, as the industry participants are the current drivers of sustainable initiatives in the industry. The sustainable lifestyle choices of the current generation are not limited to environmental protection, but also towards social, environmental, and economic aspect. The multidimensional approach of sustainability practices, it requires an approach that raises the students' awareness of the pertinent issues need to know that they need to know and apply, obviously when they finish their course as well as while they are in the course. Issues such as manufacturing processes, conserving raw materials, water and energy, eliminating toxic raw materials, reducing the quantity of all emissions and waste at the source are the issues that need to be included, or we felt that there is a need for such contents to be included in the curriculum. In textile and clothing products, to reduce the environmental impact throughout the entire life cycle of the product, it would involve both product and process engineering and also an understanding of upcycling and reuse of apparel items. So the recommendations from the study that we carried out is obviously studying a broader sample across different universities in South Africa, within the engineering faculty or faculties dealing with sustainability. It would give further access to the changes in student knowledge and purchasing behaviors. There should be an additional research that should continue to examine these variables, utilizing samples representing males and females as well as diverse disciplines and institutions. The future research should also explore assessment of environmental knowledge and additional research on the methods of encouraging great sustainable apparel purchasing behavior, such as peer pressure. It may also motivate the students to act more sustainably. So overall, as because there is involvement of students and industry professionals, so we can see the present and the future and how it is going to impact on sustainability, not just in the industry, but also in a day-to-day application, and also in applying the right amount of knowledge, be it buying products relating to textile or clothing, or be it products that are natural resources and have a limited source. So the knowledge of this would only help if we see its inclusion in the curriculum across not just undergrads, but also in the postgrad level. So these are the references that we have used for our paper. Thank you again. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being patient enough to listen to the presentation. And I hope you have a good sessions further. And I'm open for questions if there's anything. And hopefully this has added some knowledge, and hopefully there's something for you to take home and think on, so that there can be not just nationally but also globally, not just felt and worked on, but there can also be an understanding on real, not just studying it, but real application of sustainability in our day-to-day lives as well. Thank you.